started doing was I started putting more criteria in, and it made my success rate go up because I suddenly stopped getting people who had never done anything in their life ever. Okay, ever. And because of that, I could get more specific in the training. And because of that, they could go further faster. And because of that, my success rate went up. Right? It was the opposite of what everyone teaches. You want a large market. Y'all know that episode I did a little while ago while MLM is oversaturated. Good. It's one of the easiest ways I've made sustained cash. You understand I've not touched that webinar since April of last year. We're revamping it now. Okay, we're revamping the whole, just because it looks like I designed it because I did, right? I want to go hire a real designer. They're coming on in, but almost $1 million has come in off it with very basic bare bones stuff because design is not what sells, right? Anyway, so I'm getting off course here, but I just want you to understand one thing with this is that if you get very clear on who you want, what it lets you do is it allows you to behave like your golf ball is an inch away from the hole and you just got to tap it. And when you let other marketers and other businesses do all the educating for you, and for whatever reason that person has become frustrated, they literally just walked them to the hole for you and placed the golf ball one inch away from the hole. So what I look for is markets who are educating my market for me. Then all I got to do is pick them up from where they are. I'm not trying to make a world record with the golf ball. A lot of you guys are. You're like, that person could do it. With a lot of educating, maybe they could. I don't want that. What I want to do is I don't want this massive amount of boom, right? I'm going to set a world record with my golf ball on how much education it takes for me to go sell them and have them be successful. I'm not saying I don't help. It's one of the reasons why I do this podcast. You know, this podcast cost me about 10 grand a month to produce. Okay. It's one of the ways I help just by me documenting what I'm doing here. Okay. So I'm going in, I'm spending this money and I know that there's people aren't ready for my downline yet. And that's okay. I'm not trying to, just because they have a heartbeat doesn't mean I should let them in. That's why I have people go through an application. It's a real application. So I'm looking for scenarios and markets and companies that are teeing up my dream customer. Someone who's already have been buying something. Somebody who already understands that there's this thing called a funnel. One person reached out and asked how to turn on Skype and how to turn their computer on. I was like, oh my gosh, refund the person, okay? This is gonna be one massive case of drudgery for both of us because this person's gonna get frustrated. They're not gonna like this at all, right? The level that they're gonna have to go, you imagine how much stuff somebody who can't even turn the computer on is gonna have to go through? I'm not saying it to be a techie, I don't know how to code, right? But it's just I rode my bike here, okay? I like riding my bike. Any brand new bike that I go and I get on, I don't need to relearn balance because I already know it, which means I can get on any bike and immediately start riding with no hands pretty quickly. Once the time for me learning the new balance is very small. You understand? It's the exact same thing. It's the same thing with a car. Once you know how to drive a car and all the anxieties leave, you're just like, it's a new car. But for a while, I don't want somebody who's just going through that first education. That is a very rough scenario and it's not an easy scenario. And frankly, it's a scenario that is, it's why a lot of people get irked in MLM. You sold somebody who probably shouldn't have been sold.